laughs. The parasites and sharks don't know their head from the ass. The ship is gonna sink, you just can't tell when. But once it does, you're gonna be the king of hell. And bug out bad, blowing in a gentle breeze. Monastic isolation to reality. Made it through the fun part, now you just can't tell if there'll ever be another. You're the king of hell. Elmo, last man on Elmo. Last man on Elmo, you're the last man on earth. The ruins of society fall to the dirt. So, somebody actually gave me a paying gig to play on Easter Sunday acoustic set at Acoustic Solo, which is not my specialty, but damned if I ain't gonna try. So today is a good opportunity to practice and yak at you about the virtues of the Alvarez Acoustic Baritone, which I got in 2012, and when we were trying to make Shy Squad as a skiffle project with the cajon to annoy people in the upscale shopping district of Jungfernstieg and Mönckebergstraße in downtown Hamburg, where the hoity-toity elite people go. And we would annoy them banging on some horrible angry young man music. So I found this, I think I got this on Thomann from the internet, acoustic baritone. It was €300 back in, €300 back in 2012, when it was clear that Shy Squad, that I was going to be playing baritone only for the whole time, and I just wanted something cheap to bang on in the park. And for that purpose, it's excellent. Too long didn't read. To sum up, the $300 is a real good deal. Playability, it's got a nice neck and everything's fine, but basically, it's got the limitations that all affordable acoustics have. That it's laminated top, plywood, and they will never really sound that good in comparison with any proper acoustic with a solid spruce top. And maybe even solid sides, which is really high, solid mahogany sides is pretty high class there. But the top has to be a solid piece of spruce generally for it to project and sound good at all. And this just kind of sounds clanky and stuff, but I mean, this is not a slam on Alvarez, because like any affordable acoustic is going to have that. Or if you know of any kind of cheap acoustic that has a solid top, please write that in below, especially an acoustic baritone with a solid top. I think those start at way over $1,000. So, like, I got this Seagull here. It's a normal guitar, not a baritone. And because I just went into the store, Schallloch in downtown Hamburg, sound hole it means. And I went in and it just said straight up, I want your cheapest guitar with a solid spruce top. And this was $700, but it is made in Canada, and it's real nice. I'll do a video on that later, but that'll be boring because it's just a regular guitar and it's not a baritone or anything. So, but I really like it, even though it's kind of useless for Shy Squad because it's not a baritone. So this, I got it tuned to A to A. Strings, Elixir Nano Web, 16 to 70. And, the crazy thing about, the modern era is that, on Thomann strings or Schneider Musik string website, they were like $15 or something, which is unbelievable for coated strings that last, years, and sound bright for years. And that stuff used to, baritone strings, this is 70. problem. So basically, it's a good deal for if you can get it for 300. I think it costs more like 400 now, but still, that it's pretty good for that. But it's like, you know, these laminated top affordable acoustics will never really project that much, and it's like if you're playing alone at home like I am right now, it's always sounds loud enough then. But if you take it out in the open air in the park, which is what I want to do, it really kind of drowns in the open air. It doesn't project much. And then there's the question always, it sounds, you know, you can hear the low string now at home, but like, there's the controversy over, can acoustics really project low notes? Some people say the top, just the surface area of the top is insufficient for that. There's even sort of controversy if the, you know, stand-up contrabass is, doesn't really project, because, you know, they're not that loud when it comes down to it, and, you know, that's a big-ass doghouse bass that, it's another thing, you know, they have to be made of solid, you know, hand-carved size, you know, the lowest level good basses, contrabasses start at like $2,000. So, but that's I'm just, you know, now I'm rambling. Here's the ramble, the nerd ramble. So, yes, I would recommend it. It's a good, affordably priced thing if you want an acoustic baritone. If you have high standards, I think you're gonna have to go into the way over 1,000 range. I think Taylor and there's some major manufacturers that have acoustic baritones, but I think most of it is kind of semi-custom or boutique for, and, you know, then we're talking $2,000. And here's the thing, okay, with a pick, it usually sounds kind of clanky on this and not very bassy and not what, and kind of like a lot of fret noise farting out. And then the only really bad problem that annoys me is that the second fret seems to be kind of a dead spot, which probably means that the third fret is too high. And here's the thing, the second fret on any instrument is my favorite position because it allows some of the coolest chords. Like, I do a lot of Shy Squad riffs off the third fret. I guess okay, this is tuned to A, so I guess that would be a regular B, second fret on the A string, yeah. And you can just hear it farting out, and, you know, that's my favorite note. Some of my favorite. See, that Security Strike, that's one of my favorite Shy Squad songs. It's a simple banger that you can just bang out. And, you know, I'm just hitting this second fret the whole time and it sounds like shit. Frustrating. But I think I could just take that to a real luthier and have him shave down the third fret by a couple micrometers or some nanometers, and then it would be fine. Maybe I'll do that. Probably only costs like $50 or so. Yeah, I should do that. And I bet somebody's gonna ask, like, have you tried flat wounds to prevent it from farting out all the time? And it's like, no, I haven't. But I've tried flat wounds on other instruments, and, you know, it's just really, really not my thing. But I guess I could try it. It's a pain in the ass, and I'm just for an experiment. But hey. And then they're like, I don't know, tape wounds for bass and stuff. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna. I want it to be bright, you know? So, okay, here's the point. This sounds a lot better finger picking than with a pick. sounds a lot richer and bassier, and it sounds kind of twanky with a pick. And I can barely play with fingers at all, except for bass style playing, which they never do on guitar, you know? Like, and then it slaps against, and then you slap your finger against the top, which is stupid, you know? I guess you could do slap and pop. I like the sound of finger, this kind of like chicken picking. There's a lot of stuff they do in country, which actually would be rad in like alternative rock, if you could, like, you know, this pull-off thing, which, you know, you can't get that sound with a pick when you, if I had the dexterity and the non-klutziness. Anyway, I do, you know, I wish I took some classical guitar lessons, because I think the self-accompanied parts where they got like a bass line going with their thumb, and then they're doing a melody, and they can play Bach and Vivaldi and stuff on the solo guitar, and it sounds awesome. And if you converted that into a big black Sonic Youth type thing, that would be rad. But I guess that's something for me to work up to, and if I paid the $2,000 for some kind of high-end acoustic baritone, then I guess that's something maybe in my future when I actually have time to practice in retirement, if the retirement system lasts that long, until 20 years. This kind of picking where, you know, your fingers with your fingernails, that's not really sustainable. I think if you keep doing it, you're gonna hurt yourself and tear up your fingers. So the real nerdiness is, you know, I collect picks, and I got, generally in Shy Squad, I played with really hard, bright sounding picks. This Ultex 73 was the thing I started out, but it's really, really snappy sounding, but it breaks strings a lot. This Ultex material is awesome, though. I would recommend. It's a lot more snappy and responsive than the, you know, Tortex, which I actually don't like very much because it doesn't really have the snap. And see, you can hear it clanking out. It's kind of... So you have to play gently, which is not my specialty. And then you can get a nice rich, satisfying bass responsive sound if it's really... if you're really gentle and quiet and everything, then I'm not, basically. So, the nerd rant devolves into serious nerdiness now because, okay, I got a rubber pick. It's a wedge, 3.1 millimeter wedgie. And it's rubber. I think it's meant more for bass to simulate the finger sound, which I actually don't want, because I love honking with a pick on bass. I mean, I can play with my fingers, but it's not good for big black Sonic Youth stuff. No way. So the wedgie, made out of soft rubber, gives you a relatively, especially if you pick up here and not close to the bridge, you know, it's kind of clanky sounding too. So what are you going to do? I have tried so many different kinds of picks to see if any of them give you a response and, you know, a more pleasant attack on this acoustic. Here is a Pick Boy nylon 0.5, really thin and really soft. And, you know, normally I would never do this kind of thing except for this kind of application. Now, other picks I've tried in Shy Squad on electric baritone, the Casio large normal pick, and it's, you know, celluloid. It's real snappy and kind of bigger, but, you know, it's good for, you know, hitting all 6 strings at once, which I... But, you know, it gives you the clank really bad. So other things I've tried, what I ended up using a whole lot in Shy Squad is this Harley Benton big triangle that it's not really huge, but it's also celluloid. I really like it. I like the straight triangle. It's my favorite format of pick because you can kind of turn it to the side, or you can choke up on the pick and hold it, you know, so that just this little part is projecting out, and then you can do the Dick Dale thing real easy. Tremolo picking, I believe, is the proper term. You know, but on this it sounds kind of clanky and I don't know. So other strategies. There is this round pick. Who is it? George Dennis round nylon 120. And yeah, it's, you know, blunt, so the attack is going to be more rounded, I guess. But, I wish I wasn't such a klutz, or actually took lessons for classical guitar so I could do this thumb stuff. Because you ever heard Steve Stevens from you know, the guitarist for Billy Idol? Because I saw MTV Unplugged where it was just Steve Stevens and Billy Idol sitting down, and he was so rad. He played White Wedding solo with the bass line and the melody together, which I cannot do at all. But it was hybrid picking, where he had a pick in one hand, and I mean, he had a pick, and then he was using his middle and ring fingers to do the melody. Now I can't do this. I'm gonna get embarrass myself, but somehow he was going. And then, you know. Anyway, Steve Stevens, he did a lot of this hybrid picking where he's doing bass lines and cool stuff. He was working the top and bottom at the same time. It sounded awesome. That would be something to aspire to. It would be awesome in the context of a 2-piece band, you know, just me and a drummer, and if I was a badass like him, it would be sweet. So, recently I found this Ibanez Soft, oh, and I dropped it. Ibanez Soft Elastomer by DuPont in 2 thicknesses. This is the thin one, well, it's 1 millimeter, but it's floppy, and then these the 2.2 millimeter. and it works pretty well. You know, I don't know, maybe this just needs a fret job and to get the frets leveled out, because, you know, the clankiness, but it's pretty nice neck. I mean, I like it. It's a 28-inch scale length, and it's not uncomfortable or anything. It's cool, but like maybe it needs the fret leveling. Anyway, this soft thing and the thin soft thing. I guess the thicker one sounds better. And other things I've experimented with, I always liked the sharp, even though I hate Tortex. It's not a very responsive material, but you know, the sharp is good to tremolo pick on. You know, you turn it to the side a little bit and choke up. It's good, you know, playing the xylophone. Anyway, it's fun. What's another one? Tortoise Tods. I think the guy who sold these died. It was available from boutique Tone Toys, .de. You know, it's a small triangle, small-ish. Celluloid with some kind of special coating. It's cool. If you can find them, get them. Now, in my new band, Sambergot, I've been using a whole different style of pick. This nylon, Pick Boy Carbon Nylon. This is the blue one. There's also a thin one. I've been trying to become less of a klutzy guitarist, and these small picks give you more like dexterity. What's a Sambergot song I can play? Oh, that was a fuck up. Yeah. That's always fun to try. Completely impractical in real life. Yeah. And now, just a couple days ago, I found this I got it kind of as a joke. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Harley Benton Tiny Teardrop, 0.71 millimeter. And here's the thing. If you hit soft and, I don't know, precisely, then it doesn't fart out nearly as bad. Mit Tränen in der Alsterstadt, Schiffkultur findet statt, Parkstadt, Krähenwiese duftet grün, am Südring wachsen Blüten schön, doch am Abend wird es wieder, bis jeder wird verstrahlt. Heilkraut wurde in der BRD, Wirkstoff wurde nach der Elbchaussee. Bei Rot-Schwarz-Gelb wird es grün gebrannt, schlechte Launen sind hier unbekannt. That's the Shy Squad song from our, Vogelschlag attempt at making German EBM. And the trick was to make a song that's about smoking weed in the park, but it sounds... Oh. I had a thing that was supposed to emulate a sequencer line. And if you run it through a bunch of effects, it sort of sounds like a synthesizer. I don't know. That was an experiment that never ended up getting recorded, but we played a lot of shows with it. Whatever. So, yeah, Alvarez recommended, but cheap and kind of trashy sounding, but that comes with the territory for all affordable acoustics. And maybe you have an acoustic that sounds better, but I mean, that's, got a plywood top, but I doubt it. And here's another pick I like, the the Spike. Clayton Spike 0.8. It's really, really snappy. It's also made of like Ultex, or the same stuff as this, but it's sharper, and it's awesome for big black and sonic youth, Wow, 29 minutes. This is one of my longest things ever, whatever. Here's another one made of nylon. That's a Pick Boy nylon thing. This is a harder, it's a 1 millimeter thicker, but it's still soft. Here's another one I just found. It's also made of nylon and soft and floppy, but it kind of works for a softer sound on acoustic. Anyway, I'm gonna call it now. I didn't bore any long. I bet nobody made it to the end. Nobody watches my videos anyway. But hey, maybe somebody will get information from the picks from my crazy pick collection. I got way more than this, but these are the useful ones. If you have any information about affordable acoustic baritones with a solid spruce top, please add that below. Please, any good information you got, just share it, please, because the point of this channel is actually to share information about relatively affordable instruments, and yeah, so if anybody watches it, your input is much appreciated, and your hate mail. I love hate mail. In fact, that's the subject of some upcoming videos. I got some great comments. Unbelievably, would you believe it? There are some people who have commented about me being ugly, which is hilarious in rock and roll, because the coolest guys are always ugly fucks, or at least. Anyway, buy Guayusa Matcha Heen Organic Energy Tea. It'll jiff you out. It's very good. Keeps me going every day. And enjoy your all-round carefree package.